That you've slept on it. Just how disappointing is it that the Mets have missed out on Springer?
Maybe a little less angry than I was last night. Look, this bothered me. I did not expect this from the Mets anymore. It wasn't supposed to be them losing out in free agency to what, in my mind, should have been their top target. And let's not get it twisted here. The Mets wanted him the same way that I wanted him. The Mets wanted him. So they obviously know how valuable of a piece he would have been to that lineup, an impact bat, a bat that is proven in the postseason, that is proven against top pitching, a guy who could legitimately play center field, which is something they haven't had since Carlos Beltran. And so for what? For $25 million? I'm tired of hearing about Michael Conforto and Francisco Lindor and their extensions. That's a next year issue. I'm worried about building a team that can go compete for a World Series this year. In order to do that, I felt that their offseason hinged on signing George Springer, and now they lose out for a reported $25 million. I think it's a big problem for the Mets. I don't think now without him they could get to the level of the Dodgers, the Yankees, or the Braves, or maybe even the Padres.
Anthony McCarron, what do you think? You agree?
Well, look, I mean, there's no doubt that George Springer is an excellent player and he'd improve any team that he went to. But the idea, and this is what I reacted to in Sal's email when we were all discussing the show earlier today, he called the Mets offseason a failure, which I do not buy for one instant. It's not a failure. First of all, it's not over yet. And second of all, they've done a lot of really good things, including, acquired one of the 10 best players in baseball in Francisco Lindor. So, look, they're doing well this offseason. They've got some more work to do. They've got to get more pitching. There's more defensive issues still. Jackie Bradley Jr. is a nice fit in center field. Springer's a great player. He would have been a great Met. But it's not the end of the world that they didn't get him. And I do think that these decisions impact Conforto, impact Lindor, impact Noah Syndergaard maybe going forward even further. You can't have all these $100 million contracts lying around on the books. Ask the Yankees about Giancarlo Stanton's contract.
Look, 6 years, $150 million, that's a lot of money to give to a guy that you know isn't going to be an elite center fielder for much longer at all, let alone the fact that, who knows what happens. He's 31 years old. We don't know how quickly he will decline. The last 2 years of his career have been his best 2 years, which is great. That means things are trending up, but that can also mean things head downhill in a hurry now that he is getting into his 30s. So I don't know that it's necessarily a terrible idea to have wanted to sign him. And I think before they traded for Francisco Lindor, he might have been at the top of their list. But as soon as they made that trade, it's not because necessarily, we can't afford him. It's because, look, we got the superstar we wanted. This is what we needed to do. And now moving forward, we have him for more of the prime of his career, and now we can build around him.